So quite recently I've come to this moment in my life and I'm not quite where I want to be, but I'm where I should be. So essentially, when I was younger, I was continuously debating on whether I should be doing YouTube or not and whether I should write books. I knew that I always wanted to write books, but I didn't know how to really get to where I needed to be. And it took a lot of research and it took a lot of time to figure things out. And I was writing books practically every single day. I mean, I think I started writing when I could at least pick up a pen, certainly in a very early age. I think the earliest that I ever started placing dates on the stuff that I was writing when I was maybe about 11, 12 years old, something like that, around that age. And I'd been doing a lot of writing beforehand. Now, when I was in my early 20s, YouTube had kind of made its debut. YouTube had started when I was roughly about 14, 15 years old, something like that. Don't quote me on that. It was roughly around that time. So I was born in 93. So I would say it was roughly around the age of 13, 14. So I thought about doing YouTube and I thought about doing all the stuff, and I didn't have cameras or anything. I didn't have microphones like I do now. And I remember being in my job thinking I could do something with YouTube. I don't know what I want to do, but I could put something out there. So I started making some stuff and I was in college. It was my second YouTube channel, I think it was. I did have a first one, which was a secret YouTube channel because I didn't want people to know about it, but then I lost it. So my second YouTube channel, just basically, it was about artwork. It was about just randomly drawing things. And then I stopped doing that for a while, and I think it was a couple of years that I just left YouTube. And then I decided to rebuild my channel, make a brand new channel, because I started to get into film and CGI. So I was like, right, okay, I'm going to make this new channel, and this is my main channel that I have now. I still have it. I actually teach Blender on it for free for people around the world. And I get a lot of people from America, a lot of people from Spain. Sometimes I get people from India watching all my stuff as well. So it's really exciting to have that kind of dynamic, especially with what I have. And I really appreciate what I've done for myself in the past, because in the past I was debating about whether I wanted to do YouTube or not, and I almost turned around and went, nah, it's not for me, right? But now my main channel is 800 watch hours off the YouTube partnership, just under 800 watch hours off the YouTube partnership. A few other of my channels have also got enough watch hours to be reaching the partnership as well, which is absolutely amazing. I try every single day to get content out for my main channel, or at least I do gaming or something like that, so that I'm drawing the audience in a little bit more. Subscribers have boomed. A couple of years back, I was on 100 subscribers, and now I am just bordering on the edge of 12,000 followers. So it's an amazing thing to experience. And then what's even more amazing is I take my stuff from YouTube and I place it onto Facebook and I place it onto Instagram. And sometimes it gets more views, sometimes it gets less views. But certainly the Facebook page, I get 1,000 views per video, whereas my YouTube page for the exact same video will only get a couple of hundred. You know what I mean? So it depends on the environment that they're put in. And it depends on the availability and how saturated certain environments are as well. The fact that I've managed to get the monetization on TikTok was a huge achievement for me, and managed to make at least some sort of money was a great achievement. Now, you imagine in the past that I had never done any of that. I had never got involved. I just worked a regular 9 to 5, and I decided that I didn't want to do that. I would be in a very different situation than I am now. And I think, to be honest with you, I think I would have regretted it. I think genuinely I would have regretted not doing social media. Now, I'm not popular. I'm not popular at all. The money that I earn, we say in the United Kingdom, do you have enough to make a Freddo? Because Freddos used to be very cheap, and now they're quite expensive according to the general populace of the United Kingdom. I'm not a chocolate fan. I never really have been. I can tolerate it. I can eat it sometimes, but I'm not really that much of a chocolate fan. So thinking on that, it's kind of, how do I put this? I wouldn't say that I can live off it, because it's his pennies. You know what I mean? It's like pocket money. And I don't get it all the time, let's put it like that. But I think that it was a really good idea for me to go ahead and publish my books, and it was a really good idea for me to go ahead and start doing YouTube, especially when you've got 4 to 5 different YouTube channels that you're working on simultaneously. And then I've got, I think 3 that I'm trying to figure out how to make some content for in the background. It's a lot of work to do, but it's nice. I like doing it, because when I was unemployed, I would spend a lot of time doing YouTube, and that was kind of the thing that kept me somewhat sane, so to speak, rather than staring at my own 4 walls, you know what I mean? And I think that when you become unemployed, you're quite isolated as well. So it's like, if I was unemployed in the 90s, all I would know is looking for a job and basically staring at 4 walls and possibly watching TV all day. That's all I'd be doing. Nowadays, I don't really watch TV that much. I'm literally on YouTube making something. I'm here on my phone making YouTube videos with a microphone literally plugged into the back of my phone. You know, and I really appreciate what I've done over the years. You know, I've not made it to like a huge YouTuber, you know what I mean? I'm not like a mega influencer or something like that, you know. I don't like the word influencer, to be honest with you. But, you know, I've got to this point where my stuff's out there. I've got to the point where I've published 18 books, and I'm pretty happy doing that. 4 YouTube channels, over 4,000 videos later. You know, and nearly getting the YouTube partnership very soon on one of them. It's a huge achievement compared to what I had. You know, I couldn't imagine myself just still being in that same minimum wage job, being spoken to the way that I was by the management, and not have moved on with my life. I really, I couldn't have done that. So the message that I'm really trying to get out there is you need to work on your stuff. You need to push yourself. You know, there is consistency. Being consistent versus posting every single day. I don't know whether you'd want to post every single day. A lot of people can't handle it. I can handle it. I know I can handle it. I've been doing this for 2 years now. A lot of people can't handle it, but it's... A lot of people will argue quality over quantity to a point. But if you're spending that much time video editing and you're getting nothing from it, I don't see the point in it. You know, rough and raw like this is a one take. Most of my stuff is, because the video editors that I have just don't have the capacity to video edit the way that I would like to video edit. Sometimes my video editors freeze up. Sometimes my video editors just refuse point blank to work. So this is generally why I do one takes, and try and think of everything that I want to speak about before I start. Yeah. I would say that I would genuinely thank my past self for taking the step forward to do what I do right now. I would, of course, turn around to her and say, dude, you should have done it earlier. Of course you should have done it earlier. Like, way earlier than you already have. But at the same time, like, I don't think I knew any better back then. So it's like, I kind of learnt how to do what I'm doing now, rather than allowing myself to kind of just do nothing, essentially. I think that's how I really wanted that to be said. Yeah. So please do something for yourself. I don't care whether you're in your 20s or your 60s, but do something that you'll be proud of in 10 years' time, please. Because you're the only one who can do this. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to help you. No one's going to push you in the right direction, unless, of course, you're watching this video and you feel like I'm pushing you. Like, that's fine, but... Yeah, please go do something. For sure.